how do you even begin to build a medical college completely from scratch? It takes a lot more than just bricks and mortar, that's for sure. You need a vision, you need some serious resilience, and a real sense of purpose. Today, we're going to dig into the story of the Abbottabad International Medical College and see exactly how they pulled it off. 50,000. That's a big number, right? Well, back in the early 2000s, that was the estimated shortage of doctors in Pakistan. I mean, just think about that. A huge gap in the country's healthcare system. And it's that critical need that really lit the fire for the ambitious idea we're about to explore. So, an idea was born, and it started to take shape in a very, very specific place. See, the founders knew that to train great doctors, you need more than just a building. You have to create the perfect environment for learning to happen. The choice of location was absolutely deliberate. The founding group, the Al-Ishaq Trust, they believed this calm, beautiful setting in Abbottabad wasn't just some scenic backdrop. It was essential. They saw it as the perfect place for the intense focus you need to shape the next generation of doctors. And so, on March 27, 2004, it was official. The Abbottabad International Medical Institute was founded. But listen, right from the very beginning, their goal was way bigger than just a single college. The mission was to create a whole, self-sustaining medical city, an entire healthcare ecosystem. Talk about ambitious. But, a vision is one thing. Reality is something else entirely. Just a year after it was founded, this brand new institution would face a test that would basically forge its identity in the middle of a massive crisis. In October 2005, a catastrophic earthquake just devastated the region. The college was barely a year old. I mean, its foundations were still fresh. This was a moment that really could have shattered the entire project before it even got off the ground. But instead of breaking, the institution responded. Its students and faculty, they immediately jumped into action, becoming a vital part of the local emergency relief. So this crisis, it wasn't a setback. It became a defining moment. This is when the college proved it wasn't just a school. It was a true pillar of its community. Okay, so after being tested by this unbelievable crisis, the college started on a new journey. The slow, methodical process of earning academic respect, not just at home, but around the world. They started building this wall of credibility, one piece at a time. First, getting affiliated with Hyber Medical University and recognized by the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council. That's the key regulator. But they didn't stop there. Not at all. They got into the WHO's directory and earned recognition in the UK and the USA. Every single step was intentional, all part of building a global reputation for excellence. With its medical program on solid ground, the institute looked around and saw another big need in the region: specialized oral healthcare. And that led to the creation of the Dental College, which expanded its mission and its impact on community health even more. So, we've covered the history, which is pretty incredible. But what does all of this actually mean for a student walking through its doors today? Let's take a look. The whole educational philosophy is really built on this perfect balance. On one side, you've got students building their foundation with tough theoretical learning in modern classrooms and labs. And on the other side, they immediately get to apply that knowledge with hands-on experience at the college's very own teaching hospital. The two sides are totally integrated. And this place right here, the Abbottabad Medical Complex, this is the heart of all that practical training. We're talking over 300 beds, specialized units like an ICU and a neonatal ICU. It's not just a training ground. This is a major healthcare provider for the entire Hazara region and even beyond, which means students get real-world, high-stakes experience from day one. So for a medical student, the path is super clear and structured. It kicks off with 2 years of foundational sciences, and then it's time to transition into those hands-on clinical rotations. The whole thing culminates in a mandatory internship, they call it the house job, at the hospital, right before you graduate with a fully recognized MBBS degree. All right, let's look to the future. The story of this college isn't over, not by a long shot. It's still being written, and it's still guided by that huge, ambitious vision from the very beginning. Remember that initial goal? Not just a college, but a self-sustaining medical city? Well, that vision is still the engine driving everything forward. Everything we've seen so far, the medical college, the dental college, the hospital, they're all just the foundational pillars for something much, much bigger. And the construction of that city is still going on. The next phase includes plans for a new nursing college, a pharmacy college, and a dedicated research center. The ultimate goal here is to build a complete, holistic ecosystem for healthcare education, for research, and for patient care. So let's go back to that first question. How do you build a lasting legacy in medicine? Well, the story of the Abbottabad International Medical College gives us a pretty powerful answer. You start with a clear vision, you forge it through service to your community, and then you build it, step by step, into a launchpad for generations of healers to come.